all around us. It's in our minds, it's in our spaces.
Melissa is a hopeful who simplifies organizing.
Angel is a curious idealist who clarifies complexities.
Together, we take on the mental overwhelm and cluttered spaces to spark conversations that lead to clearing chaos.
Yep, that's appropriate.
Welcome to season 2.
Woo-hoo!
Another episode of Clearing Chaos. And we're back. It's been quite the break.
It has.
I'm happy to be back. I missed our recording time.
Well, we all need a break. We pre-scheduled our break in, and we're back for season 2. And this is what life looks like when it's chaos.
All right, so let's start it off with our collaborationship check-in. First off, how are we doing with saying the word collaborationship?
It's still a slow word for me, so I have to say collaborationship. Like it's an intentional, and I always have to apparently look up when I do it. So it's an intentional focus on every part of the word.
I think that's a fair assessment of a collaborationship, because you have to be intentional and focus on the collaborationship. So I think it's a good analogy for having any kind of partnership like that. So when we did episode 1 of season 1, we were asking the question, podcasting with a friend, is it a good idea? So podcasting with a friend, is it still a good idea?
I mean, we're back for season 2, so it's not a bad idea.
That's how I feel about it.
Is that how you feel about it?
It's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea with the right people. I feel like our collaborationship works. Even because neither of us are very, I mean, I do have control issues and organizing issues and schedule issues, but not when it comes to fun time. But I think that works for what we do and the conversations we have. I think it works very well.
I think it works very well too. And the fact that I know how you feel about organization keeps me a little bit more on point than I normally would be.
That's good. That's good. I don't know. Are we starting season 2 of this is just the next chapter of Angel needs organizing in her life inspiration, or
was that not clear?
Oh, my bad. I must have been whined out on that episode.
You clear the chaos in my home, I clear the chaos in your brain.
Oh, you have a lot more work cut out for you then.
So do you, my dear. So do you.
I love it. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, what are the top things you would take away from a collaborationship? Like, let's say this collaboration. See, I was not intentional about it. It was just conversation and it did not work. But if I'm like, what would you take away from lookup collaborationship? What do you feel has been our biggest win versus our biggest we need to work on?
Ooh, good question. I would say our strengths are we're still doing it. We're still going strong. We're still recording. And I think that we are both making progress in a lot of ways because of the collaboration that we do together. It makes me a little bit more aware of things than I have been before. So like bigger awareness of my space and the things that I want to do to make it better. I put a little bit more effort into working things into my day to clear the chaos in my space than I have before, because I would get overwhelmed and just not want to deal with it. And so now I do a lot more of those little 15-minute stints, which sometimes turn into a half hour or 2 hours. I owe you a before and after picture. The area above my cabinets was just, the last 6 years that we've lived here, we've slowly just gathered more and more junk up in that area above the cabinets. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't organized. It was just junk. It was just, I don't have a place for this. I'm just going to shove it up here. And the other day I was like, I'm just going to take 15 minutes and take some of the stuff out of there. I ended up clearing out the whole thing and threw out five garbage bags full of junk.
Whoa. That's crazy.
There's a lot more up there than I realized would even fit. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
like above your cabinets was a drop zone for junk?
Yeah.
Wow. I have to get a chair to reach the above my cabinets, so that I can't even fathom that being a drop zone.
well, it's tall. It was high enough, like it was close enough that I could put stuff up there, but it's not low enough to be usable for anything.
Huh. Look at you go with your, I'm just going to do 15 minutes of, it's done. It's done. We did it.
I think I ended up taking like 2 hours total. And I brought my laptop into the kitchen and I watched a show while I think it was Mrs. Maisel, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, how is that?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Okay.
Absolutely wonderful.
That platform.
Watch it, and then we'll do a whole episode on lessons we learned from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
But I don't have that streaming platform. I'm not gonna.
You don't have Amazon?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I shop on Amazon. That's about it. No, I ended up with Disney because of, I got the Disney Plus because of the Falcon Winter Soldier thing that came out. I'm like, well, now I'm committed. I gotta just get it. And then I never unsubscribed because Disney. I mean, because Disney.
That's fair.
And I feel like if I did that with Amazon, I'd have
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it alone for the free shipping. But I order everything from Amazon.
Mm-hmm. No, I get all my containers on Amazon, so I get the same containers, or I go to the Dollar Tree. But that's about
Dollar Tree has good containers. Dollar Tree has good containers.
That's what these are in. So my pantry snacks are in those kind of containers, like the chips and stuff, because they're airtight. So I keep the dry goods and stuff in there. I like them. I like it.
Need to write that down. I need to start using those for snacks. Okay. We're scrolling hard. All right. So we have established that podcasting with a friend is still a good idea for us. Let's talk about what's coming in season 2.
Okay. Oh. I was like, okay, go ahead. I'll just be here. This is my part of the collaborationship, is I just show up. That's not true.
No, that's not true.
That's not true. But I have learned. So this has helped me dial back my control issues. And that has helped.
How so? Do you have an example?
Well, because normally I'm a, hey, do you want to, let's get together. Hey, let's record. And I will immediately jump into this day, this time, this schedule. This is what we're going to talk about. And I'm like, okay, no, I'll just show up. And then there's been unfortunately multiple times where I'm like, so what are you doing Saturday? And like, I never established a which Saturday or what time. And then I'm like, were we supposed to do that today? So it's really helped me not feel bad about not having control there. And just being more go with the flow kind of, which is not, I am type A personality, control freak, scheduled out, my way is the only way and the right way kind of person. And so the collaborationship has really helped me mellow that kind of crazy that is programmed within me.
That's funny. I mean, I don't see you like that at all in the stuff that we do together. Like, you always seem super chill about our stuff together. You don't ever freak out about anything. You run with all my crazy ideas. Like, sure, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, sure. I'm a very adventurous person. I love trying new things and adventures and just being whatever. But I'm not schedule wise like that. It's very calming to me, have everything routined and set and scheduled out, and I can just go along my little list and hit check, check, check. And then my little list gets astray, and sometimes I'm like, I'm uncomfortable with this awkwardness and needing to adjust. And no, I had this planned out in my head. Just irritates me. But other than that, so what's coming up this season? Season 2 of Clearing Chaos.
We're going to clear some chaos.
I feel like we have a structured chaos clearing in the plans this way.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean on you?
It is. I think it is a little bit. The 7 habits of highly effective people. We've went through and we've referenced different books and different episodes for season 1. But season 2, we're going to focus in kind of hard on 7 habits of highly effective people. And do 1 habit per episode, which is going to be fun.
But we also have planned out like sprinkles of fun. So, because I think that suits us. Like season 1, we offered the opportunity of like a wine down, shine down, vodka down, whatever on our fibers. And so I'm kind of looking forward to the structure of doing the 7 habits, but also the fun of, okay, but in 3 more episodes, I get to drink all the wine and talk about reality shows and be vulnerable about how that makes me feel before and after. Or, I think one of our episodes should definitely be one of our wind down vulnerable outside of the habits episode should be more of me. And then might come up with the reality TV, but the like women, men, body issues, body image, and what we're receiving. So that might be a carry on when we do the reality TV. And then part 2 could be the growth that society has seen and how sometimes do not mansplain one more thing to me is a real feeling.
That's really good. Before we get to episode 5 and have that conversation, I would highly recommend you watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I think that's gonna stir up a lot for you, and it's gonna be.
Still don't have that streaming.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way for you to watch it.
Oh jeez. It's just more homework. Don't give me any more homework. I'm just kidding.
Fun. It's better than the homework that we had for Back of the Cereal Box.
Is it?
Much better than ice. For those of you out there who haven't seen it, if you go onto the Back of the Cereal Box YouTube channel, you can see us discussing an episode of ISIS, which is a TV show that was made back in the 70s, and you can tell.
Yes. You can tell the acting, the stereotypical female male roles, the outfits, all the things. I mean, I love it. So anybody that doesn't know, I'm an organized person, and being organized has given me enough time to now be on 2 podcasts, this one and Back of the Cereal Box. And so it's a very different sets where I get to explore all the layers that are crazy in Melissa. But man, being on Back of the Cereal Box opens up my eyes to watching things like ISIS. I would have never watched that. I'm not going to just fall down nerdy tunnels on YouTube, but it also gets my brain in the juices of, oh, great, I'm so glad I watched that. Now let me go sit down on Clearing Chaos and have a real conversation about, hey, in the last 40 years, have you seen how much women have grown and can now, have opinions and have voices and not have to like shriek for everybody's comfort? I like watching that progression over the time because I could not have been that tamed with my current personality in that generation.
That's why I think you'll like Maisel so much. Very similar takeaways that I have, because it's based in the late 50s, early 60s. And so you get to see kind of this transition, this cultural transition of like, she's a female comedian in a time when women weren't allowed to be funny.
Yeah.
Or say any of the things that she said. And it's just really interesting to think about how much times have changed and the things that we can do now that we would not have been allowed to do, or would have been severely persecuted for doing.
Oh, yeah.
Just 40 years ago.
Yep. Because we were in our place.
40, 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Yeah. So lots of really good conversations to come. Stay tuned. Check out all the episodes, subscribe in all the places, watch it on YouTube, and then listen to it on every platform.
But definitely check out season 1 so you get to experience our journey of that, because now we're doing Collaborationship follow-up. If you didn't listen to season 1, how are you going to know the follow-up?
Right. This is a follow-up to nothing if you haven't listened. So stop this, go back, listen to that, and then come back and listen to the rest of the season. Maybe you'll have some chaos cleared in your own life.
Maybe.
Or you'll hear ours and feel a little bit better about yours.
Yeah, we definitely have the vulnerable inspiration moments of like, I'm just going to be real. Sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's not. Welcome, friends.
And we're done.
I like short, sweet.
Support the show at buymeacoffee.com/clearingchaos